First to grace our shadows is Barney McKee, a proud Armagh woman from the city and part of a famous literary Armagh family. Well, literary, maybe not famous, as in worldwide as yet. She loves reading and listening to the stories at Flash Fiction Armagh and had this great ghost story to tell tonight and thought she would use it to save herself a tenner. She's chosen to share her tale, Charles Bridge, with us tonight. How perfectly deadly. Welcome, Barney.
Thank you, Wednesday. Charles Bridge. This is a true story that happened to me 30 years ago on a spooky bridge in Prague in the middle of the night. It was our last night in Prague before we were to catch the train for the next part of our interrailing adventure to Florence. My cousin Kathy and I got dressed up and headed out for dinner. As we skipped across the medieval stone-arched Charles Bridge that crosses the river from the old town to the new town, the now familiar Gothic-style statues greeted us, 30 of them guarding the balustrades of the Gothic bridge. This being our 5th night in Prague, we were used to the strong, sombre and scary statues. We ate in a chic restaurant, sharing a bottle of crisp cold white wine, cooling us down in the warm July evening. The man beside us was English and lived in Prague, so we shared stories. He told us of a little underground jazz bar. We headed there after the restaurant. The hot, smoky air mingled with the fantastic jazz music gave it the most amazing bohemian feel. No electric lights, just candles on the tables. A few hours later we emerged into the fresh air. The old stone buildings watched over us, awash in blue hues and dappled shadows. The city was deserted. I walked a few steps ahead of Kathy, my fatigue urging me on, as I was looking forward to getting into bed. Approaching the middle of the bridge, I felt cold. I turned to tell Kathy to hurry up. Something to my left caught my eye. A slight figure stood with its back to me, unusual as all the statues were bigger and faced onto the bridge. Then I realised it wasn't on the bridge, but hovering on the other side of the wall. I stopped in my tracks. It was turning towards me, but that should have been impossible. In shock at what I seen, my mouth fell open. Fuck. Kathy ran up to me saying, "You look scared, what did you see?" "Nothing," I said. I turned to walk on, pulling her with me. You tell me what you saw," Kathy said, "and I'll tell you what I saw." "Okay, I saw a young man on the other side of the bridge," I said, keeping up the pace to get away from there. "He was wearing a cloak and was turning around. But how could that be? There's nothing there except the river far below him. What did you see?" Kathy nodded. "I saw a young man as well, wearing a cloak. He had turned around and was facing me by the time I ran past him." She took a deep breath. He was holding a rope in his hands.